Hey guys, welcome back to another all-new episode of Cam's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Camden Revere, back here in Boston, and I got a pretty exciting episode today. I'm going to teach you guys about the Caterpillar Serve. Now, the Caterpillar Serve is one of the most complex serves that we have in the game because it's hitting off of a lot of different walls and penthouses and spins, so I'm going to try and break it down as best I can. But basically, for those of you who don't know what it is, a Caterpillar Serve is named so because of the motion that it's taking. It's hitting off of a bunch of different walls and penthouses and kind of flowing along multiple levels around the court to end up flush with the hazard back wall, making it nearly impossible to return. Basically what this serve looks like is a serve that would be hit from about better than second gallery, a bit of an overhead swing for righties, and it's going to hit the penthouse, the side penthouse, at about first gallery or door. It's then going to hit the side wall above the penthouse. It's then going to hit the hazard penthouse, the back penthouse. It's then going to hit the hazard back wall and pop up into the air and go flush with the hazard back wall on the floor just by the fault line in the corner. So you can see we've got a very wavy up and down kind of motion going here. Now that sounds super complex, all right? But yet again, it's very similar to how we did our boomerang, where the important thing is the spot that you hit your first bounce on. So if we concentrate on our motion and hitting the proper spot on the penthouse, the rest occurs naturally because of the trajectory of the ball, right? The spin that we're putting on it, the motion and weight that we're putting through our shot dictates what happens. So all we have to do is concentrate on where we hit that first bounce, and the chain reaction will result in that ball going flush. All right, we're going to take a look at it both left-handed and right-handed so that you can see the motion that you need. But yet again, what we want to do is we want to stand at about better than second, okay, halfway between the court, and yet again this will vary depending what court you go to, and we're basically going to do a bit of like an overhead serve or a PK style serve straight into the penthouse about hazard first gallery to maybe hazard door. The big thing is don't try and spin it too much. You really don't need the spin. The natural motion of your swing will create the spin that you need. All right, so let's take a look at it right-handed. So you can see that ball's done exactly how I explained. It's hit the side penthouse, side wall, back penthouse, back wall, and carried across, coming down flush with that back wall on the hazard end. All right, and yet again, you can see I'm not putting a lot of spin on that ball. I'm more concentrating on the spot that I'm hitting on the penthouse. So now if we transition to doing this left-handed, we need to mimic the same motion on our serve, which means for lefties, we actually need more of a railroad style motion to match up with coming around the outside for righties of the ball. And yet again, the tendency is going to be to try and put too much spin on this. Yet again, we want to focus on hitting our spot with that natural motion and creating the spin through the use of the penthouse and the side wall. So let's take a look. So yet again, railroad type motion, not too much spin, concentrating on our spot. One of the big things to remember with this serve though, is that if it's not perfect, it's going to be very, very easy for your opponent to return it. We're pitching that ball up off that back penthouse, which is always a risk. So this isn't a serve that you want to kind of think about throwing in all the time. It's more of a fun variation that you should practice first and throw in every now and again. But I hope you've enjoyed. Get out there, give it a try.